When we started, Solar had its own developed warehouse management system based on Kix, and we needed to change that in order for it to support the business journey we are at. And since we already had SAP ECC, we looked into how SAP EWM could support that journey. And it turned out that it was a very good fit in that direction. So we had a lot of talks with LTI and said, you know, what is possible and what not possible, does it make sense in what we want to achieve? And based on that dialogue, we found out that it was the right choice for us. So we ended up with a partnership with LTI for them to help us implement the solution and roll it out in all the countries, which is Sweden, Norway, Denmark and Holland. Some of the objectives we wanted to achieve was to have a standardized way of doing things. As it was an old system we came from, a lot of processes was different from countries to country and from warehouse to warehouse. But based on the guidance and from LTI and our knowledge, we wanted to create a system that where the systems was more or less the same and the process was more or less the same. We didn't want to end up in 5 different systems. We wanted one system that was easy to support going forward. So we started that journey, and we, based on the experience with LTI on our SAP experience, we set up a team that came from India to help us doing this implementation. And of course, we were quite aware that we wanted people from LTI who understood the Western or especially Nordic way of thinking. And the project team we had is and was extremely good in that. And it has been a true success for us. And the team is now part of Solar. That's how we see it. So we don't really make any difference if people are, you know, from LTI or from Solar. So the project has been rolled out. One of the very interesting things that happened during the implementation was the COVID-19. So it was not possible for us to be physical present when we did the implementation. So we set up a video conference setup where LTI in Denmark, together with our team, could help the Norwegian organization to use the system, and we could help them out with the problems we had. And that actually turned out very positive. I think it was a big eye-opener for everybody that it's actually possible to do these things. And it was a big cadeau to LTI that they were able to do it in that way, because we really didn't have any things like that written in the contract, but they were quite flexible on that. Another good thing that we had was the FIOE implementation. A lot of the screens in EWM was a little bit different in the way that we work in the warehouse, but there LTI was quite good in suggesting changes to the screens using SAP FIOE. So we had a very lean way of operating the systems, which was very important for us. As in every partnership, there is challenges, and it's not so much about the challenges itself, but I think it's the willingness from LTI to do the changes in order to have the partnership to work. I think that is something that is very important for us, and that worked very well.